Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV, back to bring you all more news and commentary you can use. Okay, I want to say happy Monday to you all. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. All right, I'm gonna give you all a little bit of time. Let me see if I can share this. Hold on, y'all. This live is gonna take the place of my 6:30 live. I have something else important that I need to do around that time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We give everybody some time to get in, to get on the live stream, and then we'll get started. Okay, it's pretty cold here in Georgia. Even though the sun is shining and it is getting warm, it's kind of cold. So I'm just buttoning up my jacket. I got the heat on, but it is pretty cold. Okay. All right, hello, welcome everyone. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Looks like something up there has happened. All right, thank you all so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Who do we have in the house today? You all please comment. Let me know that I can see your comments. You all know this is an interactive channel. So as I talk, I also would like to, see your comments and your feedback as well. Okay. I think this person is going to let me go out. All right. If you all will please comment, let me know that my comments are working. All right. Hi, Ellen. Welcome to the channel. Hello to Oregon. Oregon is in the house. All right. How is the weather in Oregon? Let's see. Okay, Ellen, I saw some reports where I don't know if you're near the Portland area. I believe it was Portland, Oregon, but they're closing Walmarts out that way. Okay, do you know anything about that? Have you been affected by that? How's the weather in Oregon? Okay, right now it's sunny here in Georgia, but it's very chilly. As a matter of fact, in my vehicle, it says the weather is the temperature is 50 degrees. Okay, y'all, please make sure that you're careful as you're driving. Right now, I'm passing by an accident. It looks like their airbags were deployed as well. So please make sure that you're driving safely. Right now is the best time for me to go live. I normally do a live at 6:30 p.m. on Mondays and Fridays. Okay. All right. Ella said, okay, Eugene, Oregon. Okay. All right. A lot of people depend on Walmart, but I totally get it. I still go to Walmart myself, but I, prefer Target. It's just a better overall shopping experience. You can, it seems like nowadays you just can't really find help when you go in Walmart. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on today's topic. I do want to say hello and welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Monday evening or early Monday afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. Here on the East Coast, where I am, the time is 4:15, and depending on where you're watching from, it could be much earlier or later. So I want to say thank you all so much for taking time out of your Monday to tune in with me. I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers, supporters. I hope that you Find this channel to be a source of news and information for you, a place where you can come and get factual information, a place where we learn from each other, we share information. So if you have not already subscribed, I would like to invite you to subscribe and join our community and learn as much as you can. Listen, y'all, I've been talking recently. We cover a lot of topics on the channel, right? One topic that I gave you all an update on is the bank failures. Okay, what we have seen happen, reports that we have seen happen regarding Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, as well as First Republic. Okay, there's also another bank, Credit Suisse, I believe, out of Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry about the phone shaking also. Okay, I am driving, so it may be some bumpiness, so I apologize. Can you all hear me clearly? I have in my headphones. Are you all able to hear me clearly? I don't want to sound muffled. I do have my headphones on, but it could be rubbing up against my jacket. I just want to bring you the best broadcast possible, okay? So please let me know in the comments if you can hear me clearly, if it doesn't sound muffled, okay? We see what's happening with a lot of these banks, right? And I want to give you a warning today, okay? Based on the reports that I've gotten, the information that I have received. Y'all, I may not be looking directly at the camera, but you all can hear me, right? Hear me and see me. I want to give you a warning that more bank failures are likely to come, and you could very well be impacted, okay? Before I go on any further, I would like to hear from you. If you could please type in the chat, what are your thoughts about hearing of these bank failures, especially given the current times that we live in? Food shortages, high inflation out of the roof, right? At the same time, we have layoffs. There are people who are losing their jobs, whether it's due to employees downsizing or sending jobs overseas, or, as I have also covered on the channel, it could be that they're replacing human labor with robot labor, okay, artificial intelligence. There are some companies who saw an exponential amount of growth, such as in the tech industry, and now, according to them, as things maybe have slowed down. How that is, I don't know. They're laying off employees, okay? We also have stores that are closing. I just mentioned earlier to Ellen, who said she's tuning in from Oregon. I was telling her about how I had gotten reports, and it's also on the news how in Portland, Oregon, they were closing down, I believe, the last 2 remaining Walmarts, I think. And so, of course, for many people, that's going to affect them. They may have to drive further to shop. So all of these things are going on, right? And at the same time, we have the bank failures, okay? So I would like to hear from you. Thank you to everyone tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up. I do want to share this message with as many people as possible. So I appreciate your support, okay? Also, by giving me a thumbs up, that will instantly let me know that you can hear what I'm saying, that you can see me clearly, and that the broadcast is coming through like it should, okay? So I would like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the bank failures, okay? Silicon Valley Bank. I did a video about that bank and its failure, so to speak. FDIC came in and, the FDIC came in and I think at the time of the report, they were saying that customers would have access to their money, I believe, that following Monday. After, I think it happened on a Friday, and they were saying on that following Monday that customers would still have access to their money. Okay. Do you trust banks? Do you still put your trust in banks? There was a time I remember growing up where, and this may not be the story for all people, depending on their experience and, just over the history of banks and how they treated, black people, people of color, some would say. And so, not everyone has always had a certain level of trust in banks. But I think that with this, with what happened recently with Silicon Valley Bank, and even thinking back to the time period 2008 and what happened with the financial industry during that time, it seems like even more people now have a lack of trust in the financial system, the banking system. We've also touched on the channel. I haven't covered it in depth yet because I'm still learning, but we have also talked about the fact that there are countries who are supporting the idea of having a central bank digital currency. Some people have even reported that, these countries or leaders or individuals, groups from the different countries in the world, they're coming together and maybe also pushing a one world currency. You all let me know if you know anything about that. So, I just kind of, I did my own analysis of what's currently happening. And I say, you know what? Let's just lay all the cards out on the table, right? Are you all able to hear me? Are you all still able to hear me and see me? Please let me know in the comments because I'm really about to break it down for y'all, okay? Let me make sure I share this video again. Hold on, y'all. All right, give me just a moment, y'all. Let me make sure that everyone can hear me and see me. Give everyone a chance to join before I give you all a breakdown. Not before I break down, but before I give you a breakdown of my thoughts on what's happening in the banking industry, okay? All right, hello, y'all. Welcome. All right, please say hello. Let me know you can hear me and see me. Let me know that you're tuned in. I was just about to give my breakdown, my analysis of what I think is happening in the financial industry, banking industry. And so I wanted to make sure you heard it before I went into details, okay? Let's see. All right, y'all. So I'll go ahead and give my analysis of what I think may be happening. Um, I will say this, we're going to see, I feel like, more and more of these failures. Um, and the reason why I say that is because, you know, people are starting to become somewhat fearful, and they have a concern, as they should, about, okay, is their money, this happened to Silicon Valley Bank, in that, depositors, they were trying to come and withdraw their money. Of course, banks only keep a certain amount of money. And so if everyone at the bank wants to come and withdraw their money at the same time, depending on the amount, they may not be able to do it. They won't be able to do it in many cases. And, if they are, they may say, well, we can only give you this much in cash and maybe issue a cashier's check, a bank check for the rest, right? So I feel like there are going to be more failures. Not that, I'm a negative person or I'm wishing anything bad. But, all signs are pointing to this being a ripple effect. Okay, so not only do you have customers worried, wanting to pull their money out, invest it somewhere else like silver or gold, or to put their money with what appears to be or what they believe is a stronger bank and a much better, stronger financial position. But when you look at this, y'all, okay, check this out. So I got to do some more research on this, but I did get the report that said that some of the, I don't want to say smaller banks, but banks are coming together to bail out other banks. Now, here's where I have a concern, right? A lot of these banks, the people that work at these banks, they know each other. Maybe they went to college together. They're in, what may be considered an inner circle. So at this bank, this is just my analysis. At this bank, you got this person who's friends, who may be friends with the person that works at the bank that is in financial trouble. And they're going to want to help them, okay, to keep them from, going under, losing their job, being held accountable in whatever reason. And so these banks, they're going to be coming together, or people at the banks, they're going to come together and say, hey, we'll come up and, we'll bail you out. We'll come together and give you so many millions of dollars or whatever amount is needed so that they can stay in business, right? Stay in the business of banking. Now, think about this, y'all. Okay, let's think about just not even thinking about banks, right? Let's think about our everyday people. If you were to go to a creditor, right, and say, hey, I'm in financial trouble. I'm not able to meet all of my obligations, financial obligations, debt obligations. Can you loan me more money to help me? In most cases, right, whoever, okay, whether it's a bank, loan company, they're not going to loan you money. They're not going to let you borrow money if you're already in financial trouble, because what? They'll see you as a risk, a credit risk, right? Doesn't that make sense? Hello to everyone watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Who do we have watching today? If you type your name in the comment or type a comment, I'll give you a shout out because I appreciate you being here, okay? So think about this, y'all. If you're in financial trouble, if you come and say, hey, I have all these obligations, I don't have the cash available or the resources available, or maybe you made bad investments and you can't get out of your situation, you can't meet those obligations. What bank or what loan company is going to allow you to borrow money to get back on the right track, so to speak? Not many would do that, right? But in the case of these banks, like Silicon Valley Bank, I believe that what caused them to maybe possibly get in the trouble that they got in was a couple of different factors. One, I mentioned about how the depositors were wanting to withdraw their money, but that was like maybe towards the end of it, right before everything came to a head. But from my understanding, they were investing heavily in startup companies, and then also investing their money, the bank's money, they were taking it and buying bonds. I believe treasury bonds, okay? You all please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I was learning in my research. Or if you want to add to what I said, please feel free. And so what I see possibly happening based on my research is that these banks, we're going to see more of this, okay? I'm not here to say whether it's right or wrong, but I just feel like that's, what may be to come. You can share your thoughts. You don't have to agree with me, okay? You can say that you disagree, But if you disagree, I would like to, hear your analysis, your breakdown. And so as we see more of these banks being bailed out or failing, that's going to continue to what I feel like is going to continue to increase the public's, the people's, it's going to increase their worry and doubt about the financial system, and it's just going to create a ripple effect. Okay, you all can let me know your thoughts. I am going to be speaking about this topic more. Um, I want to also be able to share my screen with you and show you some um, data to help support what I'm saying. I know you may be listening to me and you may say, okay, well, Andrea, what other information do you have to show to support what you're saying? And I have it, but I want to be able to share my screen and show that to you as well. So I'm going to go in detail more when I am able to share my screen. But what do you see being the outcome of all of this? Is it a repeat of the 2008 financial crisis all over again, or is it worse? Not as worse. What are your thoughts on that? Now, here's where I feel like it will impact you, okay? And possibly me too. So if these banks are coming together and bailing out other banks, there's some form or fashion, some way they have to protect their money, keep you from pulling your money out so they won't collapse and the cycle can continue. They could very well possibly place stricter limits on ATM withdrawals, over-the-counter withdrawals, meaning where, by over-the-counter, I'm saying where you actually have to go into a branch and fill out a withdrawal slip or use your debit card to withdraw money. They could decrease that limit. They could limit or restrict your access to your cash. Okay. With everything going on at banks, I definitely, I can't tell you what to do, but I, would not recommend you having a safe deposit box. How safe are safe deposit boxes? Okay, I'm going to do a video about that one day. A safe deposit box is like having a locker at a bank. At one time, they were used as a place of safety. Maybe they're still used, but if you read the fine print, okay, you'd be shocked at just how safe your items are at the safe deposit box at the bank. But I'm going to save that for another video. But I just see this being a ripple effect. Okay, so the way it could impact you is putting limits, restrictions on how much you can spend on your card, how much you can withdraw from the ATM or over the counter in the branch. It could also impact you by, who knows? Some banks may start closing branches. Okay, closing their locations. Whereas you had 3 locations, that it may go down to 1. So again, that could be limiting you on where you go to withdraw your money. What if they did away with ATMs altogether? Has anybody thought about that? What if they say, you know what, to withdraw your money, you're just going to have to come into the bank and we don't have ATMs? Have you thought about that? What if they say, you know what, it's a high risk if we just let people, if we put this machine out here, okay, even though it has all kind of alarms and things like that, if we continue, if the world gets crazier and we continue to allow the use of ATM machines, we run the risk of running out of cash, okay? So what if they got rid of ATMs altogether and made people like you and I go into the branch to withdraw money? Think about the extreme challenges that would cause, right? That's another thought. Who has thought about that? I just thought about that to say that. Banks could also increase their fees. Okay, now you have to pay a higher fee to have a checking account. They could redo their fee schedule altogether and charge you even more for all of their banking products and services. So those are ways, just some, just thinking off the top of my head, those are some ways that I can see how, with the bank failures and all the changes and the need for them to stay afloat so that they can continue this cycle of, okay, we're going to help you over here. And if and when we get in trouble, you're going to help us. It becomes a ripple effect. Okay. The best thing that we can do is stay up to date on what's happening. Okay, for example, on this channel, there are others out there, but hey, you're here, so I'm going to promote my channel, Andrea Speaks TV. You know, I don't want to tell you what to do with your money, but look at different options other than just keeping your money in the bank. Other options, other investments, depending on your level of risk tolerance, right? Other financial products, services, places where you can keep your money. It's going to take some research on your part, okay? To decide what's best for you and your family, okay? All right, y'all. I'll continue this topic at a later time. Please make sure that you stay tuned into the channel. I appreciate you and your support. I'm almost at my first stop. I got a couple of destinations to make it to. Sorry about the bumpiness here. But I just wanted to come on and I'll share this with you because I won't be live tonight at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so this video, I will take the place of tonight 6:30 p.m. live. Again, I want to say thank you all so much for supporting the channel, for tuning in to the channel. You all be blessed, stay safe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for supporting me here on Andrea Speaks TV.